Hello guys, welcome back. So let's do some Halloween decorating using some of my existing decor. So I am decorating a small hutch that is in my living room. I just went to pull out some of the items from that hutch and I'm just gonna repurpose them and use them in my Halloween decor. So I will also be using some Dollar Tree items and I am looking to do quick and easy DIYs. So to start, I'm going to go ahead and give these two little swans 2 coats of black paint. And I purchased these at the thrift store a while back. I've been meaning to paint them. I just haven't gotten around to it. So I'm going to paint them black so I can use them in my Halloween decor. So when crafting for myself and for my own personal use, I am notorious for not painting bottoms, and sometimes I don't even seal things. I just use it and I just don't go back. I put it in the hutch and I leave it there, and ain't no one gonna see that but me. So I'm not too worried about it. I'm just looking for quick and easy decorating here. So here they are after 2 coats. I'm just gonna go in with some Rub and Buff. I kind of regret doing this. I kind of love them all black, but I left them. I'll see if it grows on me, and if not, I will repaint them black. So I know I do want to add some candles to these little swans. My little tea light didn't fit into my swan, so I added some moss for it to just sit right on top. Although I will say this is just one option. I ended up going with some long tapered candles that use batteries that I actually forgot I had. But just stay tuned to the end to see how I styled everything up. So next up is this a sugar dish and a creamer, and I think this is like something that's trending this year, is just painting like little ghost or little pumpkin faces onto your existing decor. I saw a reel on Instagram, and I even saw Julie from Julie's Designs and Sign do the ghost. I tried the pumpkins and I just couldn't do it. It just looks strange. So I ended up not doing this. But if you do have a Cricut and you want to cut the little faces out, that is an option. I just didn't feel like pulling that out and doing all that. So I just wanted quick and easy. So I ended up going with Ghost, and in the end it turned out good. So next up, I have this little silver plated bowl. I'm just going to add some moss to this, and I'm going to use the Dollar Tree little skulls and just add them right on top. So once I placed them into my bowl, they were just a little too bright for me, so I'm just going to age them up a little bit with some antique wax. So I'm going to go in with the wax from Waverly from Walmart. I'm just giving them a good coat, and then I will just pat them to take off any excess, and then I will just put them straight into my bowl and let them dry there. And since these are plastic, you don't want to wipe too hard. You kind of want to just pat them, let that wax get into all the little crevices, and just let them dry. So as I was putting my skulls in, they were sitting a bit low. So I did end up putting a piece of foam underneath and then adding the moss right on top of that. And then I just put my skulls right on top of the moss. I didn't glue them or anything. Then I used these little skeletal hands that are also from Dollar Tree, and I just kind of put them, just put those right on the side there. Didn't glue those either, and I thought that just looks so cute. So that is it for this one. What do you guys think? Next up are these little old jars I grabbed from my cabinet. I ended up gluing those same little skeletal hands. I ended up gluing 2 of them onto my jar in hopes that they will come off easy after Halloween. So all I did next was wrap some of that same moss over the top of my little jars here. I ended up not gluing anything. I want this to come off after Halloween. So that is basically it for this one. I set them in my cabinet just as they are, and that is it. So I have not gone to pick up my bins from storage with my Halloween decor. So this, I think I might have bought it like sometime during the year, and all I'm gonna do is add some moss to it, and that is it for this one. I'm trying to do what I can with my existing decor, and then I will go to storage and pick up the rest of my Halloween. Okay, so next up is this little trinket box that I just kind of keep closed in my cabinet, but for Halloween I want to have it open. So the lid is broken, so I'm just going to stick a needle through the back so the lid can stay open. So using that same moss, I'm just going to go ahead and stick some into my little trinket. Then I'm just going to use those little same skeletal hands I got from Dollar Tree. I'm going to pop them right into the back. Then I will stick a little tea light candle into it. And that is it for this one. So these little urns are probably the easiest ones. All I'm going to do is stick these dried florals into them and pop them in there, and that is it. I didn't glue them in or anything. Again, I just wanted quick and easy and stuff that I could reuse or keep using after Halloween. So I'm pretty much not gluing a lot of the stuff here today. So these little skulls I picked up at Dollar Tree. All I'm going to do to these is add some antique wax to them, just like I did with the plastic ones. I'm just going to brush it on and then wipe it back off. And the antique wax did stick a lot better to these versus the plastic. And all I did was pat dry them and wipe off any of the excess, and that is it for this one. I let it dry. I didn't seal it or anything. It's gonna go straight into my cabinet, so it'll be just fine. So I did a side-by-side comparison just so you could see the difference of what the antique wax does, and it just ages these up so perfect, and the color is perfect. The white is a little too bright for me, so the antique wax just does it, and it is perfect. And the little flowers that were on top of my little skulls were purple, so I'm just going to go over them with some Rub and Buff, and we are done. So this little mirror I picked up from the Goodwill bins, and the mirror just pops right out. All I'm going to do is add some glue to the bottom of my mirror. I'm just going to add the same moss to it, add a little tea light, and that is it for this one. Super easy for Halloween decor. So these little frames here I had done on a previous video, I think for springtime. I'm just going to take those pictures out, and I'm going to replace them with some Halloween images. So I'm just going to go ahead and create some more little backings for them. I'm going to go ahead and trace the back of the frame out and then cut these out, and this is where my book page will stick to. So I'm going to go ahead and glue my book page onto my cardboard. I did use spray adhesive, but glue stick will work just fine. Then I'm just going to go in with some Distress Oxide from Hobby Lobby. Then I'm just going to use these little Halloween images from Dollar Tree. They're basically transfers. I'm just going to go ahead and transfer them over to my book page. I wasn't sure which ones I was going to use. I ended up using a cat for one and a little haunted house for the other. So I'm just going to place them down on my book page and then just use this little tool out of my IOD transfers. Just put a little pressure and it releases from the transfer sheet. You guys, excuse my nails while I'm editing this video. My nails are really making me cringe. I didn't use gloves with the antique wax and it just got right under there and it's just driving me nuts just editing this. So once I get it transferred over to my cardboard, I'm just going to pop those right back into the frames, and that is it for this one. And the last project for this video is super easy. I bought these cloches from Hobby Lobby last year. I put some antique wax on some more of those little mini skulls. I popped them right onto my moss. I didn't put any glue onto the cloche itself, but onto the moss, so they can sit straight up, and that is it. So that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this style of video. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you like what you see, please subscribe and follow for more, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.